You bastard! I mean, do. Wah. I mean, hey guys, Lancer here, welcoming you to an update video. I gotta take a drink here. I'm like freaking, I don't know. I got this mango iced tea. Lipton's pretty good, so you know. So you've probably been wondering why, when is Lancer gonna finally do an update video? Well, here it is. I've been waiting so long to do this. Yeah, as you can see, I'm grinding levels on SMRPG Armageddon. I figured I should do an update video while I'm doing this. I mean, might as well. So yeah, you probably noticed I've been gone for a while. Yeah, and by the way, if you're following this LP, yeah, you may notice, as far as the uploaded videos are concerned, we're not at this point yet. Actually, at this point, I'm actually in Bowser's Keep, but I'm grinding here, because this is, believe it or not, the best place to grind, I've found, because the enemies are easy to deal with, and the fights give good experience, so just as good experience as anywhere else, so, yeah. But anyway, on to the update video. As you probably noticed, I've been gone for, it's been about 3.5 months, and that's because, well, if you didn't know, my family's pretty poor, so we have, we definitely have a hard time, you know, paying bills and such, so our internet cable bill is usually behind, so, you know, a lot of times it gets shut, I can't talk, it gets shut off, you know, until we, like, you know, get caught up on the bill and such. So, basically, December 27th is when it went down, and, you know, I don't really know exactly what happened, but, as far as I know, basically, my father, like, made a payment, but apparently something went wrong with it or something, like there was an error, the money wasn't there or something, I'm not really sure. But, yeah, something must have went wrong, because all of a sudden, December 27th, like, the internet went down, and we called them up, and apparently they would not turn it back on. We had to pay something that we didn't have, and then the bill kept getting bigger, and got to the point where it was, we needed to pay, they said we needed to pay like $400 to get it turned back on, so we had to wait until my sister's income tax came in. So we did that, and then after that was paid, they wouldn't turn it back on. I don't know why. I didn't really talk to them, you know, like, I don't handle the financial stuff, so I really don't know exactly what happened, but yeah. And then apparently they said we had to pay like another $150 to get it turned back on. So my father was going to wait until he got paid to do that, which was going to be like another week and a half, but we ended up going there, and he made some deal with them or something. We got all new equipment, and apparently, like, the person there said that we shouldn't have been shut off in the first place, and that just, like, ugh. Like, seriously, like, you couldn't have said that, like, 3.5 months ago? We could have avoided all this no internet bullshit, but, yeah, whatever, I don't know. I don't know, it's stupid, but, yeah. But with all that aside, we're back online, and it's good stuff. Oh, it's so good to be back. And you're probably wondering about, like, LP stuff. Yeah, there's plenty to talk about there, but first I kind of want to mention my medical update. Yeah, I actually went to the hospital. It was a few days. It was more than a few days, maybe like 4 days. I'm not sure. I don't know. Without internet, it's hard to keep track of time, to be honest with you, and days and such. But yeah, but basically I had this thing where every time I laid my head down, like when I was going to sleep or whatever, I would get super dizzy, and like the room would start spinning, and I'd just get a killer headache, and I'd feel nauseated and all this stuff. Not good. Not good at all. And we figured it was probably an inner ear infection, but we went to the hospital to kind of see if they could give me anything, whatever. They did all kinds of tests, like, oh man. They stuck like 5 different needles in me, trying to take some blood to do blood tests, but apparently I have like really small veins. Yeah, apparently it's really hard to injure me. So I guess that's a good thing, right? But yeah, it took like 5 different needles and they still couldn't succeed in doing that. So they just had to deal with the blood that they ended up getting. So yeah, they took the blood test. I mean, they gave me like CAT scans and x-rays and all this other stuff. And doing all that, only to find out that yes, I indeed have an inner ear infection. So something we already suspected. So yeah, but I guess it's good that I got all that work done because turns out other than the inner ear infection, I'm in good health, so that's good, right? Physical health, that is. My mental health is a whole other story, but we'll save that for another video. I got a lot of problems there, but let's not go there. But yeah, so they gave me some what's it called? Antibacteria stuff. So I take that twice a day, once before I go to sleep and once before I go to... And once when I wake up, basically. It's not bad medicine. Like, it tastes like cough syrup. It's not too bad. So, I don't really mind that. But, yeah. So, as far as that goes, that's, my health situation for now. I'm still kind of suffering from it a little bit. I don't get dizzy anymore, but, you know, I still kind of get a headache and stuff, so... Yeah, that's kind of the way it is, but yeah. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about LP stuff. Yeah, I've been gone for like, what, 3.5 months? I did a lot of recording. So I recorded a lot of, you know, my current LPs, Final Fantasy VII, this game, obviously, Order of Ecclesia and Suikoden 5. Order of Ecclesia is actually finished, so that's cool. Well, I still gotta do some post-game stuff, but, you know. The game's all finished, so that's definitely... Don't do that. We're not fighting you yet, jerks. Yeah. I plan on trying to fight those guys after I grind some more and I start recording this again, but yeah. But anyway... Yeah, so there's plenty of my current projects going. I also recorded a game. It's actually a demo of an indie game that I recorded like pretty much right after we went offline on like the 27th. I think it was that same day or maybe a day later. But it's a very short game. It's like a demo of the game. It's in like the early stages of development, I think. The video's only about 12 minutes long. I'm probably going to upload that after this update video. It's actually a pretty cool game. I'm really liking it from what the demo had. It's you can tell it's very much influenced by games like Mother and Undertale and such. It's pretty cool. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more developments of this game and seeing how it pans out and stuff. I actually talked to the creators, one of the creators. I don't know if there's more than one, I'm not sure, but yeah, on Twitter, and they mentioned that they're going to be releasing another beta soon, so chances are it's probably already out. I don't know, but I'm going to have to look into that. But yeah, that'll be up. I hope you guys check it out. And I recorded not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 full LPs. 4 of them, count them. And I'm not going to really say what they are. I'm going to kind of let you wait and be surprised by them. But the first one is the final game in a trilogy of games that I've been recording over the last few years. It's an action RPG for the Super Nintendo. You may be able to guess what it is if you've been following my channel. It's a really great game. Like, I really loved it. It was so much fun to LP it. The second and third games are both RPG Maker games based on Final Fantasy games, and they are both incredible. Like, oh my gosh. Like, better than a lot of the like big name games that are out. The first one is a reimagining of Final Fantasy IV, which was so well done. It was I don't think I've ever had so much fun recording a game in my life. Like, it was so good. And the second one is a original game based on Final Fantasy, a lot of different Final Fantasies, and there's a lot of really cool references to like JRPGs and a lot of like MMOs and stuff. So it's like a parody game, so it's like really funny, but it's also a really well-designed RPG. So definitely check that one out. That one is really cool. Oddly enough, the second one actually influenced the first one, if you can believe that. So I don't know, if you're like into RPG Maker games, you might be able to guess what those games are. But yeah, definitely check them out. They are so good. Like, I can't even tell you. Can't wait for you guys to see them. It's gonna be awesome. And the fourth game is a game that I mentioned in a previous update, from an indie developer from Africa, I believe. I think it's an action RPG that's really deep in like African culture and such. You know, and it plays a lot like a Tales game, which, if you know me, I'm like crazy for the Tales series. So I've really been enjoying it. So I definitely hope you'll check that out. It's a really good game. I'm actually not finished with it yet, but I think I'm like, I have like about 16 episodes of it recorded. So I'm not fighting you yet. Leave me alone, jerks. Man. But yeah, I hope you'll definitely check those out. Now, how like my schedule of LPing is, like uploading is gonna work. If you've been following my channel any amount of time, then you're probably used to the fact that I typically upload 2 videos a day. One that goes live at noon and one that goes live at 11 p.m. I like to kind of space them out. You know, so the first one of the day has some time to garner attention before the second one goes live. And typically the first video of the day will be one of my main LPs, and then the second one will be like kind of like alternating it each day. So, but it's gonna change. Basically, how it's gonna work is the first game of the day, the first video of the day is gonna be one of the LPs that I recorded. I guess you could consider them side LPs if you want. I don't know, but yeah. And then the second video of the day will be alternated between my main LPs, you know, FF7, Suikoden 5, SMRPG Armageddon, and Order of Ecclesia. And like each day it'll alternate to a different one, and so on and so forth, until all of those LPs are finished uploading, and then we'll go back to how it typically is. Of course, that'll probably take most of this year, because I got a lot. Because I got like, over 200 videos were recorded since I've been gone. And, I mean, let's see, the first LP I think was around 50 episodes. Second one was about around 30 or 40. The third one, there's like over like 70. So, obviously, yeah, that's probably going to take a good part of this whole year to get all those uploaded. So, the good thing about all this is I'm not going to need to record any LPs anytime soon, but I probably still will, you know, because I love recording and such. So that's kind of what we've got going on for LP stuff. So how have you guys been doing? I hope you guys have been having a good 2017 so far. I mean, I hope it's been a good year for you guys. I mean, 2016 was a horrible year, basically for the entire world. I mean, there was just so much death and so many horrible things happening. Like, man, it was a really bad year for everybody. I mean, the year sucked for me. I know, you know, it sucked for my best friend and a lot of people I know. Just overall, it was just a bad year. So I hope this year will be a lot better. I mean, it would almost have to be. I mean, 2017 is really going to have to... It really has its work cut out for it if it wants to be as bad as 2016 was. I mean, some really horrible things are going to have to happen for it to even come close. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking crazy. But yeah, I hope everyone's been having a good year so far, and, you know, hope some good things are going down and such. such and things and such and things and such. And I'm just glad to be back online. But the good thing about, you know, being offline all that time was I got to play through a lot of the games I've been meaning to play through. Oh, I played through a lot of games, by the way. Finished Musashi Samurai Legend, which is a pretty fun game. Maybe you're more familiar with Brave Fencer Musashi, which if you're not, I highly recommend playing it. But yeah, it's kind of the sequel to that game. It's not as good, but it's still a pretty fun game. You know, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's cool. I like it. So I finished that. And I finally finished Metroid Prime, and got about halfway through Metroid Prime 2, but then I got stumped on this part where you have to do this half-pipe thing, going all the way across from one side of the room to the other, and I could not figure out how to do that to save my life, so, you know, I'm gonna have to look that up and find out how to do that before I continue that game. So I kind of put that game on hold and started playing Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, which is, oh man, that is an amazing game. I need to get back to it, but I keep getting sidetracked. I got sidetracked because I went on I started marathoning the Mana games. Finally played through the first game, Seiken Densetsu, or as it's known in America, Final Fantasy Adventure, which is just a stupid name in my opinion, just trying to, you know, capture the popularity of the Final Fantasy name. I think in like Europe or Japan it's known as Mystic Quest, but I prefer to just call it Seiken Densetsu, you know? And then I skipped Secret of Mana because I've played that game like a million times. And went to Seiken Densetsu 3, which is like a really popular game apparently. It's a game that I never finished, but I played through like 3 different times, but I never finished it. But I finally finished it. And man, that is a great game, but oh, it is hard as balls. Like, gee, some of those bosses and even just the regular enemies at endgame just tear you apart. And if you're wondering, yeah, I played through as Duran, Angela, and Lise. They're definitely, like, probably one of my favorite combinations of characters to play as. Pretty balanced setup there. And, yeah, so if you're curious, yep, that was my playthrough. And then after that, I played through Legend of Mana. And finally finished it. It's another game that I've played through numerous times, but never finished. There's a lot of games that I've done that with. So I finally finished that game, which is cool. And then I just kind of went on a PSP binge. I just started playing all these PSP games that I've been meaning to play. Like the remakes of Star Ocean 1 and 2, which are really good. If you're a Star Ocean fan and you've never played those remakes, you should definitely check them out. They're really good. I really enjoyed both of them. And then I finally played Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. Interesting thing is, like, I ended up not watching my friend Dobie's LP of it because I wanted to play it first. So I played it so now I can go and watch his LP of it. So, that's cool. It's actually a really good game. I really enjoyed it, you know? The only thing that really bothered me is Cisne never revealed her real name to Zack. Like, it's bugging the crap out of me. Like, what is her real name? You know, it's never revealed, or if it is, maybe, like, I missed that cutscene or something, but I don't know, man. I might have to look online, see if I can figure that out, but that just bugged the crap out of me. It's like the game ends and it's like, she never revealed her real name to Zack. Like, what the F, man? Ah, that just pissed me off. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Ah. But, yeah, but it's a great game. The battle system kind of reminds me of, like, a Kingdom Hearts game. It's pretty good. You know, I like it. I liked it. I still need to play Dirge of Cerberus, though. But, what else? Yeah, I finally finished The Witcher 2. Great game, by the way. Now I just need to buy The Witcher 3. Oh, boy. Which I'm broke now because I just bought Tales of Berseria. And, like, a bunch of DLC for it, so I'm pretty much broke now, but that's okay. Speaking of Tales, I finally finished Zestiria. And, yeah, basically I played a lot of Steam games offline, which is kind of weird. Because, you know, some games you can't play offline, like, obviously, like, MMOs and stuff. But some games that aren't really MMOs, you can't play offline. like Mobius Final Fantasy, which apparently was released on Steam while I was gone. I don't know anything about the game other than I think it was released on like iOS or something. I know nothing about the story or if it's like, I don't know if it's like a turn-based RPG or what, but I went to like McDonald's or Steak and Shake, you know, places that have Wi-Fi, and I like installed it so that I could play it offline. Took it home, but guess what? The very first screen, it tries to connect to the internet. If you can't connect, it just stays on that screen. You can't actually play. So I don't know. Maybe it's an MMO. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But yeah, I may actually do a blind LP of that game at some point. You know, that might be kind of fun since I literally know nothing about it. So I have no clue if it's a good game, if it sucks, whatever. I don't know. But yeah. So that could be a fun thing, right? It could be. Could be. And, yeah, like, the whole Steam offline thing is really weird, because, like, a lot of times, like sometimes, like, Steam won't go into offline mode, and when it does it, you literally can't play anything. Like, sometimes it just doesn't want to do it. I don't know why. It's weird like that, I suppose. But, yeah. Oh, but now that I'm back online, I can't wait to start playing Bessedia. Tales of Bessedia. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I still need to finish Zillia 2. I played a lot of it offline, you know, but I still haven't finished it. I still need to finish that game. I'm sure I will eventually. But I'm kind of almost, like, purposely avoiding it because it's, like, the last PS3 game I have to play. After that, I'll have to buy another PS3 game. I don't know what to buy. You know? Like I've gotten all the Tales games for the PS3 and stuff, and most of the other PS3 games I'd be interested in, you know, I have on Steam and stuff, so I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe checking out the Uncharted series or something. Because those are really popular, right? So maybe I could do that. That could be a thing. Oh, yeah, but also, I pretty much watched, like, everything that was on my computer, like, all the anime and, like, stuff I had. You know, like, I finished, Sailor Moon Crystal, I finished, Xenosaga, the animation, which, by the way, is not too bad, but does not have nearly the great voice actors that the game had, and they changed up a lot of stuff, which I didn't really care for, but other than that, it was a pretty okay anime, I suppose. And then I watched all of the Slayers movies. Yeah, funny thing, Slayers was the first anime I ever watched. Still one of my favorites to this day, but I never watched any of the movies, so I kind of had them on my hard drive and watched them all. It was good stuff, good times. If you've never seen Slayers, I highly recommend it. It's a really good anime. And then after that, like the only thing I had left on my laptop was Kamen Rider. So that's pretty much what I watched. I watched a lot of it. A lot. You know, because that's all I had, so I pretty much watched it every day, and yeah, so I finished Kiva, because that was what I was on. Finished that, I finished Decade, I finished W, and I just watched the final episode of O's, like, yesterday. What the fuck? Why is Steam opening? I don't know. But my controller just died. Let me switch that. But yeah, I finished the final episode of O's, and I'm currently in the middle of watching one of the movies. So I've watched a lot of Kamen Rider. Of course, if you, a lot of you probably aren't familiar with Kamen Rider, so you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really liked W, yeah. I remember Crystal was talking to me about that, and I believe she said that W was her favorite. And I can definitely see why. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. And, yeah, it's good stuff. So, you know, if you're not really into Kamen Rider, I would highly, highly recommend it. It's really good stuff. And, well, shit, I gotta... Damn it. Since the battery went out, I gotta, I think we'll just call this, an update video, because I think that's pretty much all I have to say. For the most part, anything else I wanted to talk about? Not really, just that I'm glad to be back. Hope you guys are doing well. Lots of great content coming your way. And, yeah, I got a lot of catching up to do, like watching stuff, like mainly like wrestling and stuff, because yeah, if you don't know me, I'm like a pro wrestling fanatic, you know. I watch like WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, and I've missed like over 3.5 months of wrestling, so it's gonna take a long time to get caught up on all that. Oh boy. Oh, good luck, Lancer. As far as LPs go, I don't really watch a whole lot of LPs. Like, really the only LPs I've been watching are, well, like old videos of Shally. I always watch those, but as far as new stuff, I've been watching some LPs from my friend Alex. She was doing a blind LP of Undertale and a game called Oxenfree, so I need to finish those, which are probably done by now. She's probably doing other stuff now, but yeah. And I could always watch Dovi's LP of Crisis Core now, so I could do that. So that's a thing. And I remember I was watching, my friend Ray has been streaming Suikoden 5, and kind of uploading those, and I was kind of watching those, so I could always watch that if I felt like it, you know, so that's a thing. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have to mention. I just wanted to say that I really missed you guys, and it's so good to be back, and oh man, it's crazy. Oh man, I got a lot of catching up on stuff to do. Like I said, like I got videos for months, so I really don't need to record any LPs anytime soon, but I probably still will because I love it. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna do some stuff here. I think I'm gonna watch some stuff, play some Tales of Berseria, and get to uploading some videos. So hope you guys are doing well, and stay tuned for a lot of awesome content. It's gonna be such good stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. Good stuff.